G'day guys, how are we? It's been a while in between deck reviews, hasn't it? Someone's been lazy. That would be me. But, as promised, I was going to review the Lion's Den playing cards by Madison. So here it is, let's jump into it. So the Lion's Den playing cards, given to me by my very good friend Stu. He always hooks me up with some awesome playing cards. I only have one of these, so I don't have a fresh pack that I can open, but these ones have barely been used because they're just, I love them. I don't want to destroy them. So, yeah. But let's have a look at the tug case. Very simple. This matte black overall, which is really nice, and then gold for the Lion's Den Casino and Lounge. Lion Den Casino and Lounge. Tom, open your mouth and articulate. Not much printed on this, except on the bottom you've got Madison Presents and the Snowflake logo. Illusionist playing cards, distributed by Illusionist from the US. And that's it. Nothing else. Really simple. Which I like. I like simple tuck cases because if the tuck case was super ornate and super beautiful, it's a work of art. Love it, love it. But I don't want to perform with it. I don't want to just drop it on a table and have people pay no attention to it if it's beautiful. If it's quite simple like this, you can appreciate it. But you can take the cards out of the deck, so out of the box, and launch the box onto the table. No one cares. They go, oh, he's going to do a trick for us. While I have you, smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. And yeah, that's all I needed. Back to the review. Moving on. I'll try not to rant too much. Inside the box, you obviously have the playing cards, and you get this. This is a cut card. And I love cut cards. Because cut cards allow you to demonstrate skills, but they also help with some really awesome effects. If you haven't played around with the cut card, I suggest you do. I've got some black art going on here with the cut card and the t-shirt. That's kind of dope, eh? But yeah, cut cards, awesome. If you know how to Greek deal, super impressive. You use one of these, bust out the Greek deal and people's minds are blown. It's awesome. Moving on, we have jokers. These are not identical, they are different. Ever have sentences and you're just like, where the hell are you going? That's me 90% of the time. But, non-identical jokers. You have a reveal on one of them, and on the other you have this lion scratch, which is really cool. Sometimes I wish Madison did a bit more with identical jokers, but when you look at his style of performance, you can understand why he doesn't. I like them because they allow you to do some cool switches and some cool little duplicate stuff within different cards, but that's me. So, something I'm going to be adding to my playing cards. Back design. This is actually probably my favourite thing about this deck, is the fact that the back design is unique. Not in that it's some trippy, mind-blowing thing, but it's half-bordered. Which I've only ever seen on a couple of decks of cards. I like the half-border. Reason for that is, you get that elegance and sort of old school class that you do with borderless decks, the casino style, etc, etc. But you can actually differentiate between cards. You can see when one card ends and the next one begins, which makes them really nice for performing because it's simple. You hold out a spread, or you ribbon spread on the table, and people go, oh yeah, I'll take that card. Whereas, unfortunately, with some borderless decks, when you spread it out, people go,
what the fuck's the card? What do I take out? Oh, there, right.
Yeah, confuses people. So, I really like the halfway in between. On the halfway in between. But on the back design, you have this sort of lattice thing, which again makes me think of old school casinos. I actually, every time I pick up this deck, I think of the casino from Legend that the Cray brothers have. It seems to suit that style really well. And the black and gold. Just love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. If you can get your hands on this deck, I would suggest you get it. Just as something to have and play around with. I think it's cool. Next, the Ace of Spades. Ba-bam. Now, the Ace of Spades I actually really like. Again, like with the first deck by Ramsey, it's quite simple and in keeping with the rest of the deck. So you have your Ace of Spades, your giant spade, but you've got your back design and the lion scratch replicated in the middle of the spade. So it ties the whole thing together without overpowering or drawing from the deck. Really like it. Very simple, very cleverly designed. And the other aces are pretty standard. In fact, all of the normal cards, your number cards and aces, pretty standard. The colour and the pip size, all of that is pretty standard for bicycle decks. The stock, now I actually don't know exactly which stock this is. It is a little crushed. It's that standard illusionist kind of crushed, but it's nowhere near as crushed as the Confession series. So they do hold up quite well, but you do need a little bit of oomph to get a spring out of it. But I like it. It feels like they've already been worn in, and I've only used these a couple of times. So it's a really nice finish. I don't know how the durability is going to go, but I'll probably find that out in a couple of years and see how we go. Lastly, court cards. Now the court cards on these are pretty standard. The design is standard bicycle, but the colours have been altered slightly. So you've got a lot of gold, black and red. And the red only appears on the hearts in very, very small amounts. In fact, it's actually only in the heart itself. The actual designs are all gold and black, which I really like. It's quite simple, but quite elegant. In terms of customizing, there's actually only two court cards that have been customized: the King of Diamonds and the King of Spades. There it is, King of Spades. No surprises who those faces are, because, well, this is quite early on from Madison's stuff. So the custom court cards hasn't quite come into fruition yet, but it's him in black. It's actually really awesome. I would like to see a little bit more of the custom faces, as that's one of my favourite things about playing cards, is the custom faces. But hey, not everyone does it, and if you do it on every single deck, it's going to lose its power and lose its impact. So you can't have it on everything. Here's where I need you guys. I want to come up with a rating system for decks of cards. 1 to 10. 1 being it's shit, 10 being it is the best playing cards ever made. But I don't want to just do like a 1 out of 10 or a 2 out of 10. I want to have like 5 of something out of 10 to dictate how good this deck is. So we could do something basic of like it's 5 bicycle decks out of 10, or we could do 5 crosses out of 10, or we could do, I don't know. Let me know what you want to do. Put it in the comments. Let's put something interesting of something out of 10 for dictating how good a deck of playing cards is. Let's have some fun with it, alright? So, once we have that system, I'll be able to rate these properly. But right now, these stand at a 7 out of 10. You know what? 7.5 out of 10. Why didn't I go higher? Well, I've got to have room to go for the higher for the perfect deck of playing cards, don't I? But I really like these. I like the fact that they're only half bordered. I like the fact that they're black and gold and they're quite simple. Because I like this deck so much, I would want to see more customization in the court cards. But that's just me. I didn't design them. I also would have gone a couple of differences. I probably would have put identical jokers in, not a joker with a reveal on it. But again, that's just me. But that is why I gave it 7.5 out of 10. That's it. That's my review of the Lion's Den playing cards. I hope you enjoyed this. Next, I have a whole bunch of playing cards that I want to review, but I got some very special ones from a very dear friend of mine, Stu. Oh, look at that, the same guy supplying me playing cards. These are the Oracle playing cards by Dead on Paper. We're going to go through those next. I'm really excited. I will see you on the next video. Till then, look after yourself.